Hello, my name is Zhatelier, and welcome back for another Shadow Empire. In previous episode, we kind of pushed back a little bit in there. I believe we have started retreating a little bit over here in the southwest, which is, we don't have that great supplies, so we can't really dig in all that well. So I guess what we should really do is try to get a bit more tanks. Like, I think just medium tanks over here would be enough to have a short front there, have the air guns be in the rear, and we're going to have a bit of infantry in the mountains just to make sure that the enemy doesn't just, dance around us, I suppose. We did need to get a little bit troops. I think these we could, well, I suppose the tanks can't move yet because of fuel issues, thanks to the fact that we got the extra bit of heavy tanks last round, which are now here, so they're getting closer. But then, of course, yeah, we got the extra metal hits in there, so that's part of the reason, and a few other things. We could maybe try to get the new set of rockets. So the rocket organs. Does take a decent bit of fuel, but I think we're going to manage. One of the things, of course, that I could do is just probably sell a bit of metal. Like, I don't know, 1,000 metal at least. So that's about 1,600. And then if we were to buy... I'm going to buy 2 high-tech parts. So that's 600 from there. And we're going to buy fuel for, I don't know, let's buy 500 fuel at least. There we go, so that should give us at least a decent bit of fuel still to send to the troops. But also, get a bit of the high-tech parts, because how many did we need for the high-tech facility? I know that we've already unlocked that, haven't we? High-tech industry, so we need 10 of them. Well, we got enough for one round thus far. But yeah, that is going to take a lot of energy as well, so we will need to produce a lot more energy total than what we're doing right now. How many things do we have as energy sources? I believe we got the, we got the serpentinization, that's one. How much is that actually as a energy source? Ah, right, that requires high-tech parts as well, so that would be 250 though. For 200 for water, which water is not an issue. That's a pretty decent amount of power, all things considered. Of course, we could upgrade the solar panel fields in here in Spike, and that would give us another 200, I believe. Plus whatever bonuses we have in there, so that could be quite handy. It's only 3 around. You know what? Yeah, we'll get that upgrading. Get some more stuff out of there. And I guess one of the things that we could do still in this round is do a bit more artillery strike there. They got some artillery in there. We'll put in both the artillery units. Oh wow, there's so many units in there. Oh dear, we lost a bit of guns there. What's that? That was some of the artillery gun 2s. We did get at least 1 kill though, so it was a trade. Kind of. I mean, I think we didn't kill an artillery piece, admittedly, but let's have a look at the replacement troops then. So we got... Oh, we did already have 1 extra artillery. Or set of artillery, so that's good. We've got the manpads and all that. In the north, we haven't really been very active, nor have we really been particularly active in Unsung. But right now in Unsung, how's the population doing? Actually, okay, we're hiring some people. We do still need a little bit more workers in there, but yeah, no, right now it's actually pretty decent. Well, I'm thinking of maybe getting a small truck station in here. I don't think there... Actually, is there anything that there... Oh, farming dome community. I mean, we already got some farming in here, so that's not necessarily needed. I mean, I suppose the private sector wants to get some food, so I guess that's fine. But if we were to get a truck station in here, we could start utilizing the roads in here, then we could basically clear out the rest of this island, at least up to here, and leave a tiny bit of area, I suppose, for the neighbor that we have in here. But anyway, that is going to have to wait probably for next round. We've got a bit of planes in here, but most of these aren't actually able to do attacks right now because of lack of fuel. So let's head to the next round. Hopefully next round we will at least have some. We did use a bit of ammo as well, so next round is probably going to be more production of that. Ooh, I forgot to send you the colonists. Well, I guess that's going to be a next round problem as well. There's another airstrike, and we did shoot down 10 of the planes at least. Attacked, but we stood firm. It was mostly infantry that were killed in there. There's another airstrike. We lost some trimmer guns and all that. Less than ideal. We're going to start pulling back the troops. It's just we can't retreat all that quickly, unfortunately. Until we get on the roads, at least. Oh, there's a bit of an attack. We lost some tanks. And they pushed us back. We did destroy quite a few of their units, though. They're going to have to pull back a little bit over here as well. Get back into the mountains. We destroyed some more infantry trying to attack our stack here. So we got 200 infantry, 20 guns, 70 tanks, 10 planes. We got 600 infantry, 10 guns, 30 tanks. So it's a bit rough, I dare say, but I think we're mostly fine. Oh, right, it's a crisis of passion already. Air defense. There we go. Kind of interested to see how good that is. Right, we need to get the recon. So let's, first of all, Maritime Trade House, recon contract. We don't have a lot of recon in this area yet. That would be quite a bit, I suppose. So we'll go for that one. We'll start discussing about that one at least. And then the decisions, we don't need to change anything there. Right, we wanted to get the better rocket artillery. Rocket launcher, so let's select that one. Right, we can probably hold on to the medium rockets, I reckon. But the plating, we'll probably go for the 25mm polymer plating. Would that be... It would still reduce the weight a lot. The industrial point cost would be the same, but the metal cost would be reduced a lot. Then I suppose the diesel engine, we could probably go with just a heavy diesel engine at that point. Although actually, let's backtrack a little bit. Let's have a look at how good is the current one. So we can kind of get a bit of an idea. So, rocket artillery, where are you? There we go, rocket launcher. It has adequate engine with the double diesel engine. There's got a bit of a reduction in there. I suppose if we just keep the engine as the same, to switch the armor basically to a bit lighter, I think that's going to be alright.
Yes, sir. Roger
There we
that,
go.
sir.
Oh, Spokomania to small town. I think that's actually fine.
Yes, sir.
We'll do that one. So now we've got 2 small towns, and then of course we've got Spike there. It's quite a bit larger. Now let's go ahead and start moving these trucks. I mean, they should be... First of all, where do we want to move them? If we move them in here, we could start hammering that area. If we move them down south, I mean, the logistics are going to be tricky. We could move them, of course, in here somewhere. I think it's like the northwest or the northeast are probably the fronts that we want to move these into. I think over here might not be a bad idea, actually. So let's start sending through Kazoo. We've got plenty of fuel, actually. I'm going to move some more tanks in here. So we've got at least tanks on both of these provinces now. If they want to get across, it's going to be quite a lot of work, let's just say, for them. I'm going to pull back these units a little bit, though, just to stay on the safe side of things. And I guess another thing that I could do... oh, right, these are starting to get some fuel back. Good. So what about the Hueys over here? How long of a range do you have for air attacks right now? Not long enough. And the Hawks don't have enough. This Huey does have a little bit. We could probably do a quick airstrike over there to destroy some of the artillery.
Whiskey Tango.
Well, we destroyed 10 guns. And it's not a lot. It'll do for now. Got the Blitzers over here. They could probably attack there. Metalheads can't. The All-Rounders can't, but the Blitzers could.
Send in the cavalry. Run.
Well, we destroyed some tanks. We didn't really do that much else. I'm going to pull back the AA guns. Actually, do I want to pull back the... Yeah, we can pull back the AA guns in here. So we have some troops in the rear, and then I suppose... Well, we've got quite a bit of infantry in here. I can pull one of these back. They've got a lot of troops there, which are probably going to be attacking this stack next round. Which I'm a little bit dreading, but I suppose if we bring in another rocket artillery in here... We don't have any artillery on the southern flank here. So if we bring the rocket artillery into probably there, or somewhere in this area, it can be fairly far back, and we can do a lot of rocket artillery strikes on the enemy, especially if we can push them back with our tanks first, and then on the enemies that have retreated, we can do the rocket or artillery strike. Then that's going to be pretty good effectiveness, hopefully, at least. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be how it goes, but we'll see. We did have a bit of reduced production, some of the... Actually, I suppose we can do the management route here. So assets, should be able to select it from here, but I can see that the productions are at least... Is it Spokomania? No, Spokomania doesn't have a food production. Kazoo Raptor does have some, but they don't have enough worker. Is it somebody then? No, that's not 100% right now. I know the Spike might have a bit of extra production. Ah, there we go. Completed the power bank already, so that is going to allow us to store a lot more of that. The heavy industry is not producing at a very high speed, but that's actually fine. We don't need too much of that stuff right now. Ansang is producing a bit at reduced rate there. Kathmandu hasn't gotten its food production up yet. Alberta is already producing full speed. We got the... Well, I guess we could increase the food production at that, and Zhate, actually Zhate is not producing any food yet. And neither is Hidden Village, and Taz doesn't have any production either. So the food productions, we can't actually improve that many things. I mean, admittedly, we did probably just get the construction built at Mania, so that's probably not producing at full speed yet, but it will help a long way later. But yeah, they've just got a massive stack of troops over here, don't they? Yeah, that's another 40 units there, mostly tanks, light tanks at that. Well, I guess next round, I mean, we now have a bit more heavy tanks in here. These have plenty of fuel, not a lot of readiness or action points right now, but I think that is still going to be enough to hold them back. And since it's not on the road, it's going to be mostly fine. Eventually, we might have the blitzers go off the road, and then we'll have the all-round... Oh, right, speaking of all-rounders, let's go ahead and get the replacement troops. So we need the infantry. Get 300 of that. We need the 30 armor, so we'll go for the 30 all-rounders of Mark III. Some machine gunners. That's about it in terms of losses. Right, so another thing that we do need to start doing is retreating these units. How far can these retreat? They can go 2 hexes. Bring the air guns a bit back, and then I guess these could set up a shop at the Savannah. I believe Savannah is actually going to be a little bit... Yeah, it is actually a bit better in terms of defensiveness than the Tundra over here, which is a bit of a shame. Right, so they will start moving in, but from that point onwards, we will at least have a bit of better help with the air attacks here. We'd probably start by attacking that group already. There we go, that's some tanks destroyed. Light tanks, admittedly, but it's still something. It has side skirts, so it was a better version on this one. No, that's a different tank, actually, but it's still probably a better version in general. So we killed 10 tanks, not much else. But at least they are now getting to experience a little bit of what is being on the other side of the kind of constant artillery strikes and all that. They've got a lot of tanks over here in the coastline. They've got the all-out attack. Like, if we had some planes or something over here to do strikes... Oh, right, I just realized. Now with that, we can start upgrading the airfield over here in Mania to Tier 2. So we could have some better airfields in here. That could be quite handy. Among other things, of course. We've got such a massive amount of colonies right now, though, so let's go... Oh, I'm going to go through and send in the colonies to various places. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and get some more ammunition. Maybe not quite that much, but we will need quite a bit. I mean, how is the max... We're going to have it to 12,000. What is the power now? We should be able to store a bit more. I mean, I suppose it's going to be taking until next round before it's going to sort of kick into effect. We could do another artillery strike with our rocket artillery, I presume. Yeah, we can. Not going to use the artillery in the front line this time around. Probably not dealing enough damage with those anyway, but... what about the... Oh, it's the Hawks, isn't it, that could do the airstrikes, but they don't have the fuel yet. And the Hueys don't have the range right now either. These already did their strike, these already did their strike, so the planes are kind of spent for this round. We've still got quite a bit of industrial points overall, which isn't actually too bad. Oh, right, yeah, there's a bit of logistics issue still on this gap. I mean, there is a lot of traffic through there, admittedly. There's also a bit of logistics issues going all the way to Albertus, which, technically speaking, that's one of the things that I could do over here. Let's go ahead and start constructing the railway station, or, yeah, rail station in here. And also, we are going to build a bit of a rail in there. We've got the points, we might as well. I'm actually thinking I should build a railhead over here into Westcliff. So we just go ahead and build a bit of a rail up to there. I know that Kathmandu doesn't actually have enough workforce for running. Oh yeah, they don't have enough workforce at all. But at the same time, at least the logistics are going to be a bit of less of a strain now that we're pulling back. If we can just, you know, I think somewhere around here, that's still Savannah. So yeah, if we sort of retreat in here, and maybe a little bit more on the mountains there, so we'll have like these 4 provinces at least covered. It does mean that they are getting a bit more ground, which is definitely not good news, but it means that our planes can help with the fighting. And then, of course, we've got, well, that one's still kind of stagnant in there. There's not much fighting over here either. At least we got the road now in, so we can slowly but surely get along here with supplies, if need be. Although we might want to eventually remove this, And just use this road because it's going to be a bit shorter. So in Phoenix Keep, what do we have in there? We got a truck station, that's it. I suppose right now Spokomania does need a bit more workers. Probably partially because of all the construction work. Actually, there is no construction work, it's the agriculture that is taking all of it. Alright then, never mind. Let's have a quick look at the research. Volcanic energy tapping is already a quarter of the way done. Laser rifles are going to be done in like a round or two. Fuel efficiency is already 36%. And turbojet engine is 56. That ain't too shabby either. A bit of strikes over here, so we did at least destroy some of the artillery. Oh, heavy. Oh, these are the 240mm howitzer guns. Not too bad to destroy them in sort of close combat, though. But let's get to the next round. We can maybe see if they try to attack across the river. I mean, if they attack across the river, they will get quite a penalty for the attack. And hopefully our troops will be ready for that. But of course, first it's going to be probably fighting in here. Well, we stood firm. We lost a bit of infantry. The manpads, to be precise. Oh dear, that was a bit of a disastrous airstrike there. For us, that is. Ah, there we go. We shot down 10 of their planes. Oh, here's artillery strike again. No damage there. Another artillery strike over there. No damage there either. I think they tried to attack with the infantry again. I don't think they did any damage. They're just getting desperate. Oh yeah, we killed 200 infantry there. So we killed 200 infantry, 10 guns, 10 low-altitude planes. We lost 500 infantry, 20 motorized. I think some of that was at... Oh, there we go. Laser rifles done. Excellent. Now, there's a lot of decisions. Crymore wants to organize a party. For the veterans. Yeah, sure. I'll allow it. And now, since we got the laser rifles, we could go for the heavy guided RPGs. That would be making our RPG infantry a bit more effective. We could go for the jetpack infantry. That might be quite good. Or we could research the missiles. That would probably make our rocket artillery a lot better. You know what? Yeah, we'll go for the missiles. Another worker strike. Yeah, we'll just try to appease these right now. We are kind of in a war right now. But when I get the unrest, roving thieves in Unsuck, yeah, you'll have my full support. Danger did not increase. Excellent. And Zora Deep recon contract, it's going to be costing us a D... Well, actually, it's not even that much to do the recon. I'm going to start with 4 rounds, so I think that'll be fine. And spies in the Tian commune have found info. Let's go for the United Liberation Force. Excellent Lieutenant in 1st Somebody 1212 Guards Battalion. We could go for the Veteran Captain now. So, they started pulling in here. I think what we might want to do is... well, we could, technically speaking, just hold over... Oh, right, first of all, let's go ahead and get the replacement troops. Before I forget. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move in the manpads over there into the mountains. I'm going to pull back the air guns a bit further. And pull back these. I'm going to pull one of these to the mountains. And one of these can go over there. Help sort of guard the flank. And these could maybe move closer as well. So the idea is that we'll kind of force them to keep some of their troops on the flank here. Ah, this is one of their militia units, isn't it? Yes, that is a militia. These tanks, on the other hand, are not. And that's kind of the problem. So can we do a air attack with these? No, unfortunately not this round. The next round we can do that again. And over here we had a bit of attack. Ah, there we go, metalheads. Well, I think these metalheads are going to have their... baptism by fire now, which didn't go all that well, actually. I'm a bit surprised. Alright then. Let's send in a bit more tanks then. We will have our revenge. Oh, there we go. Not much remains of those artillery guns. We'll let them get in here next round, and we'll push them back over and over again. We can move the rocket organs along the way, and these could do a range attack on the stack there. There's a lot of hits at least. No kills though. But lots and lots of hits. I guess these could do a range attack on the infantry over here instead. Maybe we can even have these join the range attack. Destroy the infantry a bit further and further. Or at least reduce its readiness. Well, we got a 1 hit and all of that. That wasn't all that great. Got a bit of tanks over here and a bit more over there. At least these troops in the mountains should be mostly safe. We got that... Oh, right, yeah, we got the air gun coverage on all of this. That's good. We could do an air strike with these. Oh, yeah, let's try to destroy the tanks and the artillery there. Oh, well, we killed something, and we are shooting down some of their... Oh. Interesting. So we shot down some of their planes, and we should destroy another 10 tanks. There we go. That was a successful strike at least. And then over here on the western front, they're bringing a bit more infantry, probably a bit more artillery as well with all of that. They got some tanks, but I think most of the part there, it's not too bad. Over here we are kind of reeling right now, which is not great. But I think with all the troops in here, now that we are maybe getting... Well, actually, we've not dug in at all right now. At least we've got the tanks in here to provide some cover. So it's not all bad. Although it might still be a bit of a challenge. But next round, we're going to do another strike there. We don't have any more troops right now. What are we doing in terms of construction? We're still losing a bit of food. But that's not too bad, actually. The construction overview, we're getting the solar panel field level 3. That's going to take another round. And the rail station in Alberta is going to take 2 rounds at least. We did lose a bit of money again. Actually, quite a bit of money overall. But I mean, we spent some at the start of the turn. Rocket organ is already halfway. Once we get that, we could maybe go for the laser rifles. We'll have a look at how good the laser rifles are going to be. Might do another run of infantry type. Like, we can go for something completely different, I guess. Well, it's probably not going to be that much different. But, like, I could keep the conventional weapon ones that we'll probably hopefully start removing at least. I suppose one other things, so how's Oceania looking like in terms of workers? Oh, they've got quite a bit of population in here still, so then just hire the workers that they needed. That's good. Oceania seems to be doing fine in terms of population as well. So I guess Kathmandu is one of the things that could use a lot more. Oh yes, lots and lots of more. I'm going to send all 600 in there this round. And yeah, we managed to push back the artillery from there at least, and that will stay away for now. This one probably going to get attacked again. I could potentially send in another set of infantry in there, but I'd rather have a bit of reserves in... Ooh, hold on a minute. I just realized we've got our... Well, that's the fighter squadron. We've got our Hawks. And the Hueys. Oh, Hawks and Hueys both. Let's go. Getting some kills. Okay, what did we kill? We killed 20 tanks. We got quite a few hits as well. Unfortunately, not a lot of damage on the artillery, which I was hoping to destroy. But regardless, that should reduce the readiness on a lot of these units. Which means that they probably won't be doing a lot of damage on us. Next round. I do wonder, well, we've got quite a bit of fuel, actually. How much? We could have 11,000. We might want to just stockpile that a little bit further. Quite frankly, we got a decent bit of industrial points as well. We did start building up the roads here, didn't we? Let's have a look at the bottlenecks again. So we got up to there at least. I guess if we were to do a bit of an upgrade on the roads down to here at least, and then maybe all the way down to there. And also for Kathmandu, if we could just start upgrading the roads going to Santa Corp, and I guess also through here. That might be taking a lot of our stuff away, admittedly, but let's link up that all the way. I'm sure that there will be some trucks used still regardless. But, you know, that will at least help us gather up the stuff slightly easier. Especially sending the stuff down here is going to be a lot easier. But that takes most of our industrial points. I don't think we can do a lot of the construction now, but it's alright. We'll survive. I got the infantry in there, but that can wait. Let's get to the next round then, shall we? Oh, there's a bit of an airstrike on the mountains there. And also over here on our infantry. Well, that was our artillery strike, but yeah. There was a bit of troops there. Not too much, though. But it does pain me losing all the infantry. But it's some terrains, infantry is kind of the only option. Of course, if we were just to get a little... Well, no, that wasn't airstrike, that was artillery. So yeah, we can't necessarily do too much. Although, we might be able to attack that artillery now. I think they are massing for another attack in here somewhere. Oh, there's the artillery strike. Lost a bit of infantry. I think they might be amassing troops for trying to make a breakthrough over here. We destroyed 20 of the artillery guns on their counter battery fire. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot to... I should have made the extra metal heads on last round already, so it would be already delivered, but... Oh well, we'll just have to build it this round, I guess. We killed 20 guns and we lost 600 infantry. Not exactly ideal, but there we go. Rocket Organ 2. And... oh, Advisor has retired. At least it wasn't a rebellion or anything. So let's compare the rocket launchers now then. So this one had the... well, actually, I suppose one of the big things is probably going to be the fuel efficiency. Oh yeah, it's 5.3 fuel per hex. And I guess, let's see, 530. So it does have quite a bit more hit points as well, especially versus vehicles. Attacks per combat is 6. Is that same on... yeah, it's 6 on both of them. The ammo consumption is still the same. Is the... no, the range is 3 hexes. So that hasn't increased either. So yeah, no, hold on a minute. Is this now... oh, highly outpowered engine. Oh, overpowered. So yeah, okay. Engine did get better, and I suppose, yeah, the hit points did go better with the better armor. I mean, the thickness of the armor is the same, but it's just much higher quality, so that does help. But in general, just the fact that it is faster and uses less fuel is going to be very handy. We might want to get a bit more of those, because those seem to be doing still at least a decent bit of damage. We got a bit of units here. Can we do another air attack on this stuff here? Yes, we can. Let's weaken them a little bit first, shall we? There we go. Destroyed some of the guns already. Let's also have a look at the replacement troops that we need. 500 infantry. Oh dear. And then what else do we need? We need some machine gunners. I believe there should be the heavy tank. Yeah, heavy tanks is something that we also need. Alright then, that should be all the reinforcements that we need right now. And if we switch to the movement instead of a range attack, we might be able to do a bit of an attack in here. Let's actually go ahead and use the... was it the blitzers? Yes, the blitzers. And then the tanks from here.
Open fire! Open fire! Mission success.
There we go. So we should be able to move both of these groups in there now. Then we can move in the metalheads and the all-rounders over here to the north along the road. We can probably keep the infantry over here for the time being. We move in the air guns closer. And well, those already did their job. These can't... well, actually, the all-rounders could attack the stack here. Of which there's some units that are quite low on organization and strength and all that. They also seem to be amassing some units over here. There's a bit of artillery units there. Let's go ahead and do... oh, actually, before we do a range attack, let's have a look at the air attacks over here. That's the Hawks. They could do an airstrike there. I'm going to send in some of the interceptors as well. There we go. There's a bit of tanks at least.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Not too much, but better than nothing. And then we could do a range attack with probably both the artillery troops now. Over there. There we go, 20 guns destroyed and some tanks. I'd say that was a pretty decent trade there. We destroyed 3 units with our artillery. Of course, we've still got all of that, but we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like or subscribe if you haven't already. Also, the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.